Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. The best way is if you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know? I want to tell you guys something. What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out about crypto. My name is Ben. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. Coming to you live every single day at exactly, to the moment, to the second, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you guys are well aware. Today is January 3rd. It's Tuesday. It's 71 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto studio. And today we're going to be talking about a coin and what is going on with it. And I've got a theory you guys are going to want to hear because I think it's very interesting when you start putting some of the pieces together, what could be going on with this coin. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. We're also going to be getting into the XRPL vote. We're going to talk about the dollar, everybody's favorite thing, and some predictions that XRP, or excuse me, not XRP, that Eric Voorhees has made. So we're going to talk about some of that. Guys, don't forget, see, Sean Burns Jr., you're correct. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Number one thing you do as a member of the BitSquad and the number one thing you do as a member of the crypto community to push adoption. Do your part for adoption. Smash the like button. If you're watching on mobile, exit out of the live chat. Hit the like button. Go back in. If you're watching on a TV, a smart TV, make sure to go down to the bottom left-hand corner screen, hit more actions, more options, and it'll say react, and then like this video or dislike it if you're a loser. We have Solana on this shirt. How do you feel about that?
Meh.
We're actually doing way more of these shirts.
Yeah.
We're at way more of these shirts, and the new version will not have Solana on it. So
I can't find that.
Can't find what?
That shirt on
This
the website.
shirt?
Yeah.
We might have removed it because we hate Solana.
Probably. Oh, that must be.
That might be what we did. Yeah, Solana sucks. So yeah, there we go. All right. Whew. A crazy situation with the football game last night. Man, you want to talk about watching it with Bethany and Madden, and we're just watching the game. We've been looking forward to this game because all the games this weekend were crappy pretty much in the NFL. We just can't wait to watch this Bills-Bengals game. Like, so excited to watch it because, you know, the Bengals won like 8 games in a row. Joe Burrow's killing it. Our second favorite team right now, but second favorite team changes all the time. When the Falcons are not competitive, you got to find something to keep rooting for. So I've been rooting for the Bills. I like Josh Allen, love Stephon Diggs. Like the Bills. I hope they win the Super Bowl this year. And it's just like, we're watching the game last night, and I've never seen anything like it. And so I had tweeted something about it looked like he was dead. It did look like he was dead. The thing that made me tweet that was realize, like, he was on the field. They said they did CPR for 9 minutes, and they put him in the ambulance, and there was no mention of he had a pulse. You would have thought, now, your dad was saying he thinks that was because of HIPAA. They couldn't set it because he was unconscious. But you would think even the family could have said, yeah, make sure people know he has a pulse at least. The fact they didn't say that definitely was not good. He's on a breathing machine, but we don't know what's going on with it at this point. But I'm shocked it took, apparently, by the way, this happened in the late 60s or early 70s. A player died on the field. A player did die on the field. I did not know that. I've been kind of, I mean, this sounds very morbid, but like, I'm surprised it hasn't happened. You have so many plays with these big athletes. They're hitting each other super hard. You see people die in boxing. Mm-hmm. There was a pro boxer that died just a couple of years ago, hit in the head and then died. So very sad. Hamlin is his name. Did you know he was in NFTs? He had his own NFT project.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, it was only 10, and it was $25 each. It wasn't a cash grab or anything. He's got like a toy drive that's going out of control with funding here lately, but it's very sad, very hard to watch. I'm having to explain to my kids what's going on, and my daughter was having a hard time because I've had 2 really good friends pass away in the last 2 months, drug overdoses. And then obviously, my daughter, she came down and was watching the football game too. And, or what happened. And she's like, where are all these people dying? And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, it's, drug overdoses, people making their own decisions. And when somebody's out there playing football, like, it's a violent sport, but you don't think that's going to happen. It happens in college and high school occasionally. I'm not going to say it happens all the time, but it does happen. So when you add up those numbers, you realize how much bigger these athletes are. Like, it's bound to happen in the NFL at some point. We had several broken necks that have been very serious situations, but almost every time you get the thumbs up going off the field, this was different. The NFL tried to make them play this game. The NFL said you got 5 minutes to warm up after the ambulance left. And the coaches, Sean McDermott and Zach Taylor, they should be praised to the hills today, is they stopped it and they said, no, we're not going to play. I mean, that's the obvious move. And one guy commented on one of my tweets about it because we were tweeting about it quite a bit last night. And he said, well, you don't know what the NFL knew. We were all watching on TV. We all knew that everyone knew how serious it was. If you were watching that, did not understand this was different from a normal football play. I mean, the football play was normal. The result of the football play was not normal. So very sad. Definitely, want to, and I'm certainly not going to make any speculation about any connections between anything politically in this at all. I don't think that's right to do at this time. I don't do that anyways because we stay politically agnostic here. But I think it's very sad what happened, and prayers to his family. I mean, right now it looks like either we're getting a miracle, he's going to end up passing away, or his life could be changed going forward. I'll just say it like that. So, very sad. So, all right, let's go ahead and after that great moment here, don't forget, guys, check out Catching Up to Crypto. We're on the last push here. We've got 9 days before the publish date, so you guys make sure to get your copy of Catching Up to Crypto if you haven't already. Raul Powell with the forward. Maybe we can send something to Raul and he can tweet out something. Let's see if we've got any new updates. No, it doesn't look like any new updates on the dates. I know today our receptionist, she's working on some of the more locations today. So you guys make sure to check out Catching Up to Crypto. Going to be awesome. If you come to our meetups, you're going to get an NFT. We're going to give you an NFT. So we're excited about that as well. Let's see here. Got in the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord last night.
Nice.
Yeah, or yesterday. I'm trying to meet with my develop some relationships with my kindred bunny-eared brethren of the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
How many are there?
I'm not sure how many there are. I've found 5 different ones that are in the group. So, definitely there's a lot out there. People know about the bunny ears.
Yeah, sad news about Ken Block, too. That is sad.
Who's Ken Block?
Ken Block was a rally car driver. But almost any Red Bull rally car crazy video you saw was pretty much him. Kind of like a Travis Pastrana-ish in the rally car world.
Yeah.
Really sad. Got rolled over by a snowmobile, died at 55.
Oh, that's terrible. Hate to hear it. Oh, man. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, today's super exciting, fun day. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I did exit my short in profit.
Yay.
That's what I'll tell you. I did exit, and then it shot right back up. We may be taking a little long here at some point here pretty soon. So we'll see what happened. Former Jacksonville Jaguar player just passed away from heart attack. I saw that, but I want to know how long ago was he playing? I wasn't sure if he was a recent player. The name seemed a little familiar, but I wasn't sure. I think he's an offensive lineman. Go back up a little bit, just slightly. Hola, Sin City Crypto. Crypto Steve-O. Hey, BitBoy Crypto. I downloaded the Pi Network app on my phone last night and used your referral. I have 2 Pi and plan on stacking much more. Steve-O, made a comment on Twitter yesterday. Said, you know what? I really looked into it. You're right. There's not a lot of risk. It's just KYC. And you could get a reward. And so that's what I'll say about Pi Network. Like, if you see people say, you understand why people see crazy things on exchanges and think scam, because that's just the way things are in crypto. Like, there are a lot of scams that are legit. But, do the next step, dig into the research, and you'll find, I think Pi Network is, it's got a shot. I'm not telling you it's guaranteed to go up, but you're mining it for free. Sin City Crypto says, big week in crypto. They got CES this week. I'm going to be there on Sunday. And Ben is coming to do the Sin City Vegas live stream that we did a couple months ago again next week. So Monday and Tuesday, I'll be live from Las Vegas on this show with Sin City Crypto. All right. 22,174 cryptos, 535 exchanges, 804 billion in market cap. It was at 810 yesterday. 24-hour volume, 25 billion. Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. Back 139.8%. Did you, I'm sure you didn't because you never watch my videos. Did you see the video where I gave my 5 predictions for the next year?
I did not.
This year, actually.
This year. What were your 5 predictions?
Bitcoin will peak at about 38K.
Okay.
Average price of the year will be around 25, I think, by the end of the year.
Agree.
Okay. Bitcoin dominance will not get above 55%. And that said, if I had real cojones, I would say 50%. But I don't think it's going to get above 55%.
Agree.
Okay. I believe that Ethereum is going to make a lot of progress against Bitcoin this year.
Agree.
Okay. I believe we're actually going to get smart crypto regulation because we're going to lead it. That's one. You disagree?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
That's 4. And then the 5th one was, now this is mine that's a little risky. I think by the end of the year, the Cardano NFT volume will pass the Ethereum volume.
I disagree on that.
Yeah. Well, Cardano is the only one that's really growing right now. Polygon, is on Ethereum, so the project's moving over there. But I think Cardano is going to be making it happen. Max Santana, receipts are fine for the meetup. We're gonna be doing is as soon as we have all the locations down, we're gonna set up Eventbrites for each city, and you're gonna go to that Eventbrite, and you're just gonna basically put in your order number or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what it is, and then you'll get verified. And then we're also gonna ask for your ETH address because we're gonna send you an NFT when you come to the event. So there you go. So if you're worried about tracking your addresses, then just send us a new one. Send us one you've never used before or whatever. There you go. All right. Ben is a Solana hater. Who's a Solana lover? Who thinks Solana, besides Rand, who thinks Solana is going to crush it? Not getting all-time highs again, guys, ever. It will never hit all-time highs again. I believe that. Can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee it. World's best health coach says, hey, BitBoy, what side do you trade on? I trade on BitGet, excuse me. On our Bitcoin and ETH chart section. It is brought to you by BitGet. We'll have a link down below in the description, and you can put a link in the chat as well, TJ, for that. That's where I'm doing my trading at right now is BitGet. There's a little prompt that pops up. I just, you hit OK, you sign up. It's not rocket science. If you want to trade there, I've been having a good time. I love BitGet. It's the smoothest since Bybit that I've seen. I love the user interface. It's really easy. When we look at charts, I may take a long while Frank's up here. We'll see what happens. Nick Core was saying he thinks the long might be good now. Yeah, I dipped down, got my profit on my short. Boom, I'm out. So
people are looking at. I've heard people targeting as high as like 17, which obviously that by the end of the week, but
$17,000.
I know, crazy
from 16.65. No way,
crazy bullish.
Do you remember those days in 2019 where the price would really be volatile?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember? I think it was in. So we got that little like kind of Halloween-ish pump, and then I think it was like that Friday or Saturday, the price just freaking plummeted.
Yeah.
Like it went all the way back down to 6,000, and you're like, no way! Like we haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
No.
Yeah. It's literally.
But we'll get it next year though, probably.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
We will. Literally, we'll get some of that this year. The most bearish volatility ever. I mean, not bearish.
Well, that's what I meant.
Lack of volatility.
Yeah, I meant 2023.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Ben, you have the best hair on YouTube. Well, thank you, Henry Pierce. I appreciate that. No big deal.
It was in
the audiobook. It would be awesome to add a mini podcast between each chapter. It would be a great listen to create bonus content for audiobook listeners. Potentially. Yeah, I don't know. When Bitcoin gets mad, it's just embarrassing. That's what this guy says.
Yeah, this is
when Bitcoin gets mad. I think he's an idiot.
No, it's a bot because they're this is supposed to say BitBoy. This is the third time they've put Bitcoin instead of BitBoy in a comment. It's supposed to say when BitBoy gets mad, it's embarrassing.
For who?
I don't know. But I noticed.
Yeah, BitBoy's so.
It said it right there, but it's probably his phone autocorrecting from BitBoy to Bitcoin.
Yeah. Imagine being so obsessed with me, you come into my chat to make multiple comments about me. Yeah. Imagine that. I can't. People are obsessed with me a lot. I don't know. You're obsessed with me. That's how you ended up here.
Me?
You and AJ. AJ, tell him you're obsessed with me.
AJ's obsessed with you. I'll give
tell
you
him.
that.
Tell him, AJ. What the fuck? Well, AJ, this is a family-friendly show.
They can't hear him.
Thank God. Thank God you couldn't hear what he just said. You're not obsessed with me, AJ? You are, AJ. You love me. I'm obsessed with you. Okay.
Well, we know you're obsessed with you.
It's true.
It's true.
Solana up 20% today. Wow. Up 13 through 37. Wow. Oh, Solana doing so good. Kava up 16%. Damon would be happy. Flow up 10%. Nothing else up over 4%. No, I don't want to click Metaverse. Who wants to click freaking Metaverse? That's stupid. Let's go back. Let's see. Let's click.
They heard him.
What?
They said they heard him.
They heard him. They heard him. AJ. Bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. BitDAO is up 36%, Solana up 22%, OKB up 21%, and Lido Finance up 18.76%. 12 Paraguays will send you any transaction, by the way. Frank, let's go. Let's hit it.
Crap. Can you check that camera if it's on? Yeah. It is on? Okay, good.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you're good.
What is going on, everybody? Oh boy, we got some interesting stuff to look at here on the charts today. Obviously, a little bit of a dump ski going on here. Is it getting towards the bottom? We're going to take a look. There are some things on the lower time frames that are pointing to the upside. However, there are some other things on the medium to higher time frames that are looking like we may actually get a little bit of a continuation to the downside. But let's jump in. We'll take a look at some of this stuff, and then I will also show you some key levels to watch for some resistance and some support to the downside. Let's just go ahead and pull up this chart here. And let me do a quick refresh to get these levels updated. So the levels basically remain the same as yesterday's live stream. Let's see if those... Okay, so the levels just disappeared now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Here we go. Boom. That should be... Okay, there we go. So real quick, guys, let's just go ahead and take a look. I want to show you guys the 4-hour here. Now, we have multiple things here kind of pointing towards... obviously we did wake up to a little bit of movement to the upside before that quick little dump. And this is kind of the dangers of, not dangers, but this is why the sideways markets are just kind of sometimes hard to read. You can see here, we do have a green dot immediately followed by a red dot, kind of indicating like, hey, we're going up, and then it just flipped right back over. And if we pull up the BitLab trading suite here, you can also see we are still getting a red wave here on the significant movement indicator, kind of letting us know that, this might not be all the way played out. So this is actually letting me know that, at least, nothing's right 100% of the time, but this nails it pretty close. This would indicate that we could have some further downside. I would like to wait for this wave to come down, potentially become unshaded, like these waves here that you see. And then potentially get some blue waves to pop up before I would expect another move to the upside. And then you can see we do have an OBV and MFI bearish divergence confirmed here. So this could indicate that, we may not be out of the woods just yet, at least in the short term. Coming up to the daily, let's switch around here a little bit. We did have the green dot on the daily confirmed yesterday. Don't know. Basically, what I'm looking at here, the higher time frames do look like they could continue to kind of roll back to the upside. You can see here we are getting blue waves.
What's up with are you on the daily?
This is the daily, yeah.
Daily looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the support that you had drawn there at what's that support line? It's basically 16.6, 16.580.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it went below that and it pumped above it, and it's not going back down to that level. And then I'm looking at the Extrema. And the Extrema, while it's in the range, it looks like it's about to flip. Looks like it's potentially about to flip bullish, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And we also on the significant movements, we do have this blue wave letting us know that on the daily we are finding a little bit of a bottom here, as well as
we already found it. It says.
Yeah.
Well, if you really look at it, it looks like we've already found the bottom, and now we're in that in between time.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, cool. Exactly. And
guys, I can read charts.
Yeah, and we did, Ben's right. We did come down as we tapped this value area low. You could see that's really when we got this blue wave letting us know that, hey, this was the bottom. And then we started moving back up towards that POC. You can see we also got the relative extrema, the bars coming out of our green wave, letting us know that this move to the downside may have been extreme relative to the price action or the recent price action, letting us know that we would get this little rubber band back to the upside. So the daily does
it just dumped. I just got it 16,613 for a long.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll check in on that in a second. We'll jump down to the lower time frames. But with the higher daily time frames, you see we do have the blue waves on the 2-day, the 3-day, and or the 3-day is unshaded, indicating some consolidation, but you do have your relative extrema bars coming down out of your wave here, which would indicate a potential move to the upside. And yeah, the higher daily timeframes do look like they may somewhat want to roll back up. We do have a green dot printing on the 2-day as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these levels. So basically the higher daily timeframes do kind of look like they could roll back to the upside somewhat soon. But obviously we are in a bear market. You want to understand the environment you're trading in, so you don't want to bet the farm on that. But we could get a little bump to the upside. But coming down to the lower time frames, Yeah, you could see VWAP getting rejected pretty hard here on the 4 hour. But really what I'm looking at here for some continued downside is the 8 hour actually does not look very good. And when we're looking at our levels here, you can see we came down to that value area low. Once we get to that value area low and we get bullish confirmations and it looks like we're going to hold support and we get a bounce, we are expecting to get a move up to the point of control, right? That's basically how volume profiles work. And it's pretty dang reliable. It's how I was able to, let everyone know in my market update that once we lost this level, we were going to come down and tap this value area low. We almost hit it to the dollar before getting that bounce. Basically, I would expect to eventually make it up to that POC at some point. But because of this 8 hour red dot, if you come down to the lower time frames, you could see your 15-minute money flow is not looking the best. It is coming out generally. And then if you move up to the 30-minute, you can see we are in the red here as well. Switching over to the BitLab suite, you can see we are starting to show a bottom here on the 30-minute. But when you come over to the 8 hour, we are not getting any bottom signal. So I don't know if this dump is, I don't know if this dump is over just yet. I think we may be, I think we may be, someone saying I should get Crow on my show. Yeah, I would love to have Crypto Crow on my show. But yeah, I don't know if this dump is over just yet. I think we could potentially get a little bit more downside before flipping back to the upside. However, those key levels to watch are going to be if we do continue up, because on the medium hourly time frames, it does, not everything is doom and gloom, right? We do have the 4 hour looking like it wants to roll over in the medium term. Well, money flow actually coming out now. That must have just happened. That is a little bit more bearish. So yeah, I don't know if we're out of the woods just yet here, guys. But on the higher daily time frames, I think those are starting to point to the upside. But if you guys watch this show, these higher daily time frames, they point to the upside. We get a tiny little blue candle or a tiny little green candle, and then it's just more downside. And that's just the, that's just the effects of being in a bear market. So, I know Crypto Face always likes to say, you spend a lot more. I mean, it's very, very obvious, especially when you're talking about money flow or just price action in general, right? You want to expect the bullish setups to play out way more in a bull market than a bear market. But real quick, I do just want to check in on the DXY because this could give us some clues into what we are going to see coming up here pretty soon. And the main thing I want to look at here is on the daily time frame. You can see these yellow X's just crushing this thing to the downside. But we are starting to put in bullish divergence. Now, the one thing I want everyone to understand is, with something like a bullish divergence, they don't play out 100% of the time, and they don't always play out in a big way. So we were basically putting in, actually, Ben has said this before, when I've been up here, is you never want to just bet the farm on one thing, right? So these bullish divergences have been popping up on the DXY constantly. You can see we had one right here, got a little bit of a pump to the upside. We got another one right here, little pump to the upside, little pump to the upside. But now we are getting a pretty big bullish divergence on the daily. You can see that spanning all the way across here with all these lower lows coming in. So as we are getting a pretty strong green candle here. So gonna see where this takes us. This is not confirmed just yet. We're gonna have to wait about 7 hours for this to confirm. But if it does confirm, I do think that this could potentially continue to the upside and give us a little bit more, give Bitcoin a little bit more of a dump to come up here. But it does look like short term. It is always hard coming up here because you never know what people want to hear, right? Do you guys want to know what's going to happen in the next day, in the next 5 minutes, in the next 2 hours, in the next
They want
week?
you to tell them that it's going to go up
And up only.
or it could go down.
Guys, it could go up.
Thank you.
Or it could go down. And it will probably go up before it goes down and then down more before it goes up. Just so you know, shout out to Thesis himself for the super chat. It says Coinbase may become insolvent. Started requiring seed phrases for withdrawals. If you're start acquiring seed phrases for withdrawals
What?
if your account
That doesn't make any sense. Seed phrases for withdrawals.
older than 1 week.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Got my funds off Coinbase. Interesting.
Why would they wouldn't need a seed? You don't have a seed phrase on Coinbase.
Or maybe, yeah, I guess unless you're using Coinbase wallet, but that
Right, if
wouldn't
you're using Coinbase wallet, the wallet you would have to have a seed phrase.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
You
Well,
only
hopefully
have to put it in if you lose your account. Once you get the wallet open, you should have to do it again. So maybe somebody can fact check that. Something like
Interesting. But yeah, guys, essentially, I don't think we're completely out of the woods yet with this little dump to the downside. But again, the major levels, really nothing has happened. We're in a boring market right now, just kind of continuing around in this range.
Frank, don't you think, like, the thing is that when you look at the dump, it was at what, it went to 16,770 last night? My stop loss was at 17,810.
Let's see.
It got pretty close. So look how much is dumped since then. I got my long at 16,613. That's a big move for Bitcoin in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, which is funny to think about.
It is hilarious.
It's it's like it is funny. I'm on my stream and I get people going like, "We're pumping." Yeah, we're pumping, and then like I go to the chart and I'm like, we pumped like a few dollars, and it's like I get so excited. But yeah, I do think potentially we could get a little bit more downside. But guys, remember, basically all we're doing here is we're looking at the ranges as far as more of a macro view. If you're not out there scalping or day trading, really the level we need to get above to see some real good price action. I would like to see a move up to that point of control. So if you are looking to go long here, a good place to maybe look to lock in profits or hunt for shorts would be about 16.8, which is that point of control. If we could get a move up to 16.8 and tap this level with bearish confirmations, that would be a very good level to look to go short. And then if we do flip this and hold that point of control as support, we could be working our way. I know TJ was just saying some people were looking for 17K, which is like, Ben was making a joke like, oh my God, 17K. But if we do flip that point of control at about 16.8, that would be a good time to start looking for price to move up towards that 17K level. If you get bearish confirmations at that level, it'd be a great time to look to go short. Be careful with that green dot on the DXY with all those bullish divergences. And don't forget, guys, I will be live tonight at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be talking about this for 2 hours straight, looking at all the altcoins, looking at Bitcoin. That's all I got. Back to Ben. Bing, bong.
I hit this super chat, too. It's going to...
Do you think with Celsius and FTX out of the game and all the leverage out of the system, that price really goes to 38K? Look, here's what I'll tell you. This is the same thing I talked about on Around the Blockchain the other day, which is, okay, the volume, a lot of the volume and all the leverage is fake, right? We know that, right? Some of that, I believe, is offset by some over-the-counter trading. But what's interesting is on, because you guys know we have affiliate links. If you sign up for BitGet, you know, you're on our trading team, so to speak. Back in the day, if you sign up for Bybit or Femex or whatever the case may be, or Binance. So we see the trading volume of our overall affiliates. I don't know how many overall affiliates. I think, how much volume did you say we did last year?
I have no idea.
It was like $40 billion
in
volume from all of our trading affiliates.
That's crazy.
It's a large amount, is what I'll tell people, okay? So the point here is this. Our trading numbers reflect the volume numbers are in CoinMarketCap. So if the trading drops, when it dropped from 40 billion a day to 25 billion a day, ours also dropped, what would that be, 37.5%? Whatever, I'm just guessing. I think that's what it would be. Yeah. I don't, going down, it's harder to judge the percent than going up, but whatever the case may be. The fact is, our trading numbers reflect the exact movement up or down of the overall market. So what does that tell you? Maybe it's not as fake as you think that it is. You know, maybe it's there is more realistic numbers on this volume. Maybe some of the exchanges take all this stuff into consideration, because it wouldn't make sense if all of a sudden FTX leaves and the volume drops from 40 billion to 25 billion. We're retail traders. Our retail trader numbers should stay the same, but they drop the same exact percentage. It's almost exact. So that's a good question. But what I would say is our numbers reflect accurately the numbers we're looking at.
Yeah.
So
well, I think 38K has more to do with past history and cycles and, you know, just the trends we've seen, you know, more than anything else.
Yeah.
So I think it can pump up to 38K.
The Hamburglar says he doesn't like Mario. Yeah. He wants me to take over. I didn't like that they were talking about doing a Twitter Spaces on the football play last night.
No.
That was a little, what are you going to really say? You know.
Also, did you see?
I don't have time. That's all Mario does is Twitter Spaces. I don't have time to do that.
Alex R3333 said, Ben, will you speak about your GTA 6 cameo, or do you still not? No, I haven't. Did you know anything about this?
No.
I looked it up. I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah. Let us know what you're talking about there. If he's in GTA 6, that'd be interesting. Supposed to be, that's very crypto, metaverse kind of thing.
That would be cool if that was the case. I
looked, I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find anything.
No.
What is this? Matic Killer? Posted a video about it, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. If somebody could fill me on some details, that would be great. I certainly would. I mean, hey, they didn't ask me, but that's okay. I don't care. Whatever. Put me out there. Why isn't Link in all portfolios? Your thoughts?
They super chatted that yesterday.
Yeah. Are you bullish on Chainlink right now?
On the token appreciation or on the project?
Oh.
I think it's a great project. I think it's going to be around a decent amount of time. I'm not as bullish on token price as some of the other ones just because of the way it works. It's not necessarily designed to go up a lot in price. I mean, it could a little bit as they get more use, but
we are removing Solana from this shirt.
Yeah. That's why it's not on the website.
That's why we're not selling it right now. But it's a good shirt. I like the shirt.
Yeah.
I don't like the Solana on there, but we've got a lot more of these shirts coming where we're going to have some interesting groupings of coins that y'all are going to like. So, but yeah, I look back to the Twitter Spaces thing. I just don't have time to run Twitter Spaces all the time like they do. That's what it boils down to. Do y'all want me to just do Twitter Spaces instead of doing the show every day? I don't think everybody wants that. So I only have so many hours in a day, believe it or not. I actually have a family and a whole other life that I go to after about 6 o'clock. So, all right, here we go. Moving on. Let's go to Eric's predictions. Man, now I feel like I need to watch this.
Now you're in the trade.
Now I'm in the trade. Yeah. Now I'm in it. Now I got to check and see what's going on.
Now it's hard to think about anything else.
It is. Let me log in. Real quick on here. Because I can do it with my phone. It's really easy. You just come here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Go to home and then scan. Blah, 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 whatever. Right. Log in. Okay. Put that there. Okay. Log in. Sure. Love to do it. So easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to authorize a new device. Let me do that real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm almost done. I want to log in so I can show the trade. Then we can watch it. That's not right. Okay. They did not send me an email to do it. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong email address. That's why.
Oh, boy.
What? What just happened?
Nothing. You're going to have to log in there. You're going to have to validate that computer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think I'm logged in though right now. Let me see if I'm logged in. Let's see.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is not the right page. Where's the right page? What contract is this? It is BTC USD Coin M. It's Coin M. Coin M futures. Here we go. Okay. Here it is. That's my account. That's not my current trade. Where's my current trade? Oh, here's my current trade right here.
On the left. Yeah.
Here it is. Right now. Oh, we just went profitable, guys.
Hey.
0.11%. There we go. We got the trade. We'll watch it over the stream. I don't want to show where I got my stop losses set because then people are going to freaking, Okay. All right. And we're looking at the copy trading. If I can be if I can show consistency winning trading like we did last year, which I have been so far in this account. But I want to fine tune a few things with how I'm using the indicators. You guys can actually copy trade. You guys can sign up for BitGet, have it do all the trades that we do. And then it's automatic. And so you get charged a little fee for doing it. But I think it'd be interesting for me and Frank both to do that. So, all right. Bitcoin celebrates its 14th birthday. Yay. There we go. On Tuesday.
This is a good question. Where do you fall on this? I saw a poll and I was kind of surprised on Bitcoin's birthday. October 31st, the release of the white paper, 2008. January 3rd, 2009, Genesis block. Which one do you really?
Genesis block.
Genesis block.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, I do consider this the birthday. I thought it'd be closer. I've been told the Bitcoin white paper was written. The first draft was a full year before that.
Well, yeah, it's when it got distributed to the email list or whatever. I thought it'd be.
I'll tell people this. In the last 1 week, I've totally changed my opinion on everything about Satoshi. So I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. Maybe down the road I'll be able to share a little bit more. But Yeah, I don't think it is who I thought it was for a long time. So, what were you gonna say?
Nothing. I just thought it'd be closer to when the poll was like. I wasn't surprised that January 3rd was picked, but it was like 80% to 20. I thought it'd be closer to 50-50 because I've seen a lot of people celebrate it on October 31st.
And also not Craig Wright.
Well, yeah.
I just want to reference that. I do not believe it's Craig Wright. Okay. Oh, it's Greta Thunberg's birthday today.
Oh.
How old is she today? Got to be 18, right?
I have no idea.
18 or 19.
You know, I didn't even know who that was until I didn't know
Greta is?
I'd never heard of Andrew Tate or Greta until about 2 months ago.
Oh, I've known about Greta for years and years.
Well,
I knew about Greta
everybody
way before I
had,
heard about Andrew
apparently,
Tate.
and I was like,
What's that?
I said everybody had
Yeah.
apparently. Anytime I say that, they're like, what?
Bitcoin volatility may return in catch up with gold in 2023.
What about mustard?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that, TJ.
I beat you to it.
You did. That's good. I'm really slow.
Yeah.
I guess I should
Catch up.
Yeah. The latest data and analysis show that despite sideways moves in Bitcoin, the largest crypto is behaving as expected. The data showed volatility ebbing at identical points every 4-year halving cycle, making 2022 firmly fit the trend of volatility decreasing more in each bear market. Let's see. Here's volatility. Current volatility, we're way low here. We're tracking about on the exact same line that we've seen before. Let's see here. Stay safe in the web. In addition to the return of TradFi volume on January 3rd, okay, traditional finance going back up. Analysts are eyeing a potential game of cat and mouse between Bitcoin and gold. Bitcoin looks ready for continuation, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. I think Bitcoin and gold stories are boring. Don't you?
Yeah.
How dare I? How dare I? Oh, that's the Greta Thunberg. How dare you? That's our famous quote. So, all right. Uh-oh. We're up 2.2%, guys. Should I take the profit? The answer is no. I'm going to watch this trade the whole time now. I'm back degenerate trading mode. Guys, do not use 30x leverage. I use 30x. I use tight stop losses. I know how to run it. I know how to be profitable with it. We did 25x during the bull run the whole time. It's not safe. If you're a beginner, do not use over 5. So there you go.
We're going to talk about the 100x coin later in the show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it later. Tip from Eric Voorhees, which I do want people to understand, like, I'm not telling you to go buy that coin. Okay. Tip from Eric Voorhees, 40K. You know, I thought about buying it last night, though.
Yeah.
I really did. We'll get into why, but yeah, just strictly to make some money. Tip from Eric Voorhees, 40K Bitcoin by June. Okay, that kind of lines up with with 38K is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Although analysts divide on this prediction. In an interview with Bankless on January 2nd, Eric Voorhees, who does not wear glasses, the founder of and CEO of Shapeshift, expressed confidence in the future rebound of Bitcoin's price, saying he wouldn't be astonished if it reached 40K by summer. I agree with that. But then go back down. The macroeconomic environment, interest rates, tightening monetary conditions, according to Voorhees, will all have a significant impact on how the crypto markets develop this year. I'm not 100% sure that is true. Whether we are seeing a bull market or a bear market, according to Voorhees, we're in the middle of a revolution right now. I mean, I agree with that. That's pretty cool. I mean, you got to understand that basically, like, you know, Bitcoin is about more than just price go up, price go down. You know, there's a revolution. There is a philosophy behind it. I do believe in Bitcoin as a world reserve currency. I just think it's much further off than people think. Van Eck forecast Bitcoin price to hit 10K to 12K in quarter 1, 30K by quarter 3. You want to see the most bullish thing I've ever seen? It's Van Eck saying that it's going to go to 10 to 12K because they're the ones that have one of those big ETFs. This is a traditional TradFi establishment here. So the Gold Eagle 99, good game, Georgia Bulldogs. Y'all beat my Buckeyes. It was close. One of the greatest games I've ever seen. The Georgia-Oklahoma Rose Bowl was really incredible. This is the best game I've ever seen in person. The worst game was the Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl. Somebody mentioned, I saw that other super chat, by the way, about that coin. We're going to talk about that coin later. I didn't bring it up. Siegel added, these prices will fall to these levels amid a wave of minor bankruptcy. Siegel also predicted the Ripple losing the SEC lawsuit may coincide with its final downdraft, which take out nearly the entirety of the post-2020 halving bull market. Siegel predicts Bitcoin to rise back to 30K second half of 2023 with the introduction of lower inflation, increasing energy concerns, possible truce in Ukraine. He had to turn around M2 money supply will likely lead to the start of a new bull run. No, it won't. The halving will lead to a bull run. We see it every time. And I want to bring up a couple things here. Let's see. Yeah, Ripple's not going to lose the lawsuit, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so this line right here about the prices will fall to these levels amid a wave of minor bankruptcies. Okay, so here's what I would say. What I would say is this. When it comes to these minor bankruptcies, I've been doing some digging. I've been asking around because Celsius is really tied to Core Scientific, right?
Yes. And interestingly, BlackRock is taking them over.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's public now?
Yeah, we covered it on the basement stream a week or so ago.
Really?
They're their number one creditor for
Yep.
Core Scientific. Yeah.
So what does that tell you? That tells you just because there's a bankruptcy, it doesn't mean we're going to see price plummet because of this. They're going to take them over in full. So now you're going to have BlackRock taking over a large percentage of the hash rate, which is going to be very scary.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always told you, how do they bust it up? From the inside out.
Yep.
They don't do it from the outside in. They come inside and they try to tear it up from the inside. So
it was interesting. They also did it. Part of the way they did it was from subsidiary creditors that it wasn't obvious was BlackRock, and then you combined it, and then BlackRock became far and away the number one creditor.
Let's see. This is Michael Burry. He tweeted this on January 1st, which I thought was really fascinating. I want to buy your ETH killer t-shirt for 1 ETH.
Okay.
Is Bitcoin the ETH killer? Inflation peaked, but it's not the last peak of this cycle. We are likely to see CPI lower, possibly negative in second half of 2023. And the U.S. in recession, by any definition, Fed will cut and government will stimulate, and we will have another inflation spike. It's not hard. What are your thoughts on this? Michael Burry from The Big Short, of course.
And we will have let's see.
Which also, did you know, I found this out. Did you know not only did he call the market housing crash and made like $2 billion, did you know he also accepted a seat on the board of GME right before the short squeeze?
Interesting.
Yeah. This is quite interesting, what he's saying here. Because what he's saying doesn't line up with anyone. He's the only person saying this. Have you heard people say this?
Not exactly, but I think
You've heard people say they're going to they're going to reverse the rates and turn the money printer back on this year.
I've sort of heard some people saying, yeah, that they would, at least start printing again by
Now, are those the people that always say they're printing money and that they're really actually printing money right now? Because I see those people too.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that are talking like that they expect a Q1, like early in the year for the Fed, the Fed to start backing off and then potentially get back into print mode, So I haven't heard it a lot. It's definitely a minority take, but I don't necessarily disagree.
Wow. I seem to be losing weight from Andoy. I seem to be. You are correct. Do you think sellers are going to sell his Bitcoin? No, I don't believe that. Go up a little bit. Was there another super chat? Okay, this is from Buckslayer. Is the BitLab trading stack what I need to learn how to trade? My goal this bear market is to learn how to trade. Thoughts? Yes.
Yes.
It is.
And go to BitLab Academy and you'll get one-on-one education and help understanding it. And like in that Discord, there's other traders using those same tools that will help you.
So here's what I'll say. And go ahead and put the BitLab link up in the chat here. We are just starting with this trading stack. We're going to have many, many more tools added to this trading stack over the next several months to the next year. And I've already been successful using these, and I barely understand how to use them, like in full yet. And I've barely traded and gotten started with them, and I've been winning. Overall profitable since I started using them. I'm probably up 25%, somewhere around there, okay? So the fact is, the way you should, if it's great if you get into these now, and the reason is because we're going to all grow together with these. We've got bots coming as well. We have bots coming as well. They'll be part of this too. So I think it's great. We're all going to move together. We're going to work together. We're going to get better at trading this year, and we're going to kill it over the next couple of years. Okay. I wanted to tie in that Michael Burry tweet because I just thought it was really fascinating. It doesn't seem to line up with what any of the experts are saying. Doesn't line up with what Van Eck is saying, obviously. But it seems like Michael Burry's been dead on about stuff. I tell you this, when I saw an article about that tweet, I was terrified because I was like, oh no, he sees the market crashing. And, he said last year it's another 50% to go. I can't remember where the numbers were at. And I was like, oh no, like this is going to really mess up what I think is going to happen for Bitcoin. And what he said lines up perfect with what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. So I was very encouraged by that. Because you guys know, do you know the number one thing that I like?
What's that?
When people agree with me. So there you go.
I thought
love
it's when
my
they
echo
tell you
chamber.
you're handsome.
What's that?
I said I thought it's when they tell you you're handsome.
Well, only if it's from you. Okay. Dollar set for the biggest one-day gain in 3 months. Equities rally. The dollar headed for its largest one-day rise in over 3 months on Tuesday, while equities rallied in macro-packed week. Could offer a steer on when at what level the U.S. interest rates might peak. But it's interesting, you know, Bitcoin has been holding strong. Dollar moving to the down or moving to the upside. Stocks tend to fall when the dollar gains, but that negative correlation between the two softened on Tuesday. Energy base effects will bring a sizable reduction in inflation. Well, that's exactly what Michael Burry was talking about. So that all seems to line up. Let's check the DXY real quick here. There it is. DXY. Look at that. Wow, big move. Let's draw some lines here.
You see, he's got one on the money flow down there. Trend line.
Oh, a bullish divergence. Yeah, bullish divergence. Everyone's going to start falling. That's on the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. I like to look at the daily on the DXY. Interesting. It looks like it got forced down further, and we might be finally getting the relief from that. So, when are you guys going to restock that shirt and hoodie on the Hip merch site? You know, timeline for that?
I do not. I mean, I'm working on it. It's just not one of my top priorities, to be honest.
All right, yeah. William Musser, Ed Vardis is Satoshi. Ed Vardis is Satoshi. That's correct. He actually called me and apologized to me last night. And, you know.
Make sure everybody subs that.
Guys, make sure they're going to go live on Around the Blockchain today.
Not on
their
BitBoy
own
Crypto.
channel.
Yeah.
It's no longer on the BitBoy Crypto channel. Around the Blockchain, you need to go to the BitBoy YouTube channel right here. And then go down to channels and make sure you hit up Around the Blockchain.
Uh-oh.
Guys,
everybody go sub right now.
Everyone go sub right now. Get us off this number. Get us off this number. Bitcoin's going to go to 0. Everyone, right now, go do this. There you go. And don't forget to check out Blockchain Basement as well. Fun little show. I stopped by last week. And then, of course, my son's YouTube channel as well, Madden Sports. Curious, why do you hate Ohm so much? You literally know nothing about it. Called it dead because you looked at the chart. Okay, Zaid. First of all, shut up. You sound stupid. Second of all, you literally know nothing about it. We did a full video on it last year. That's why you're low IQ. You don't know anything you're talking about. The gains were unsustainable. I don't think Avalanche is going to be, I think Avalanche is going to be another Solana. It's going to be pumpage, and that's all it's going to be. And look, the difference between ICP and Ohm is Ohm collapsed under its own weight. The ICP chart went down because FTX created an unsustainable number with synthetic assets 4 days before it hit spot trading. So do some math, understand what happened, and then you'll understand how stupid your question sounds. It sounds asinine. To compare the chart of Ohm to the chart of ICP is intellectually dishonest, naive at best. So go do some research on what happened and then come back to my chat and then make a more intelligent question, and then maybe I'll be able to answer it. So there you go. All right. That is ridiculous. Let me tell you what pisses me off. So many things. So many. I don't know why I'm so angry, guys. We told you it's Amanda Biffle in the 2nd grade. Okay. The fact is, it makes me so angry when people think that I don't understand when I trash a project. When I trash a project, it's for good reason. I don't just pick random projects and say, I'm just not gonna go after this one. I know things about the internal workings of Avalanche and the team itself and the things that they've done. And then I've spoken to some of their developers that are super douches. And I will tell you, I'm not going to support anything they're doing, first of all. Second of all, Ohm was unsustainable returns. You're never going to be able to get those level of returns that they were promising you. In fact, we all lost money with it. So now you think after a year and a half of this thing collapsing, you think people are going to be like, oh, you know what? Let's go back to Olympus now. Perfect. That sounds great. Let me go do that. No, no one's going to do that.
They've also migrated to V2. Also not a good look.
Exactly. It's the same thing we saw from Safe Moon, same thing we saw from these other projects. There's a reason. I don't say Solana is trash because I hate people that are in Solana. I say Solana is trash because it paused every time there was a high level of congestion. Why? Because Solana is the antithesis of crypto. They chose centralization speed over decentralization that's harder to build in long term, which is what Cardano has done. That's why Cardano uses more electricity than other projects that are in proof of stake, because it's more decentralized than all of them. Okay? So, yeah. Zaid is Ed Vardis' cousin. No, I won't put Zaid on the same level as Ed Vardis. Zaid may come back and realize his error. I'll give him another shot. But that guy is not. Ed Vardis, he's allowed to come in here and say stupid crap. I'm never going to ban him just so y'all can continue to mock him. Okay. All right, moving on here. Yeah. If you're going to come after me about not supporting a project, please have information that makes sense. And give me like, no, you think this about it, but here's something that maybe you should look into. That's going to be a lot better than you literally know nothing about it. I know I lost a lot of money with it. I know that. Minimum. That's what I need to know. When a project burns me, I don't want to go back into it. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Here are the dates for the 2023 CPI releases in FO. Oh, this is big. Okay. Okay. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics will provide the December inflation numbers on January 12th. The January numbers will go live on February 14th, while the following dates, March 14th, April 12th, May 10th, June 13th, July 12th, August 10th, September 13th, October 12th, November 14th, and December 12th, respectively, showing inflation for the previous month. The Fed announced 7 interest rate hikes in 2022, lifting the benchmark to 4.5%, highest level in 15 years. Some estimate the percentage could go higher in 2023. And here are the dates for the meetings. February 1, March 22, May 3, June 14, July 26, September 20, November 1, and December 13. I don't know why I read those so weird. I just started with it, and I just kept going with it.
Yeah. So okay, so we've got 2 in the middle of the year. Voorhees was predicting, did he say June or July for the 30K?
He said second half of the year.
Second half, okay. So I feel like those June and July meetings.
No, I think he said June.
Yeah.
I think he did say June. I think Van Eck said middle of the year.
I think June and July ones are going to be the ones to watch. You know, I think a lot of
the March one. The March one's going to be the biggest one.
You think that's where they pivot?
The March one's going to be the biggest one to watch because that for crypto, because that is the time frame at which Bitcoin should be returning back to about 30K or so, according to the 4-year cycle.
Mm-hmm.
That we looked at that, right? At least 21 to 25, somewhere in that range. So if we're getting that kind of pump, here's what I can see happening. I see the back half of February, price start ticking up, right? Ooh, man, it'd be so nice to see Bitcoin tick up, wouldn't it?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Go up to about 25 to 30K, somewhere in that range. March 22nd, we don't get the news that we're looking for. So February 1st, it's good. Maybe they just raise it 0.25 or they say, we're going to hold off this month. Prices go up. March 22nd, they say, actually, we're not sure what we're going to do. We think we're going to raise next time or whatever. And then the prices are going to come back down. People are going to say it was a bull trap. And then we'll see something similar over the summer in between that June and July. Like that should be, by June, we should already see, by June or July, we should see the last kind of big bull trap. The biggest one of the whole market.
Right.
So, I mean, that's based on past, right? I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen this way. But so far, this bear market has tracked exactly what we've thought all year.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was getting at, because we're going to be pumping up at that point and probably hard rejected. I think there's going to be a lot around. We might get rejected after one of those meetings.
Yeah.
It's very interesting timing.
Ben Jerry with another stupid comment, another idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about. He says ICP must be on payroll. That I'm paying ICP? I think you mean that they're paying me, and they're not at all. This narrative that I can't stand up for a project that got totally screwed over without being paid is freaking asinine. Assa 10, Assa 11, and what an assa that guy Ben Jerry is. Disrespect to the name Ben. And Ben and Jerry's ice cream, that Ben, he can go take a hike too. Okay.
Well, you don't like Ben and Jerry's?
Oh, they're just super. They're hippies.
Oh, like the people.
Yeah, the people.
Oh, I don't
know. I love the ice cream.
Huh? You what?
I love the ice cream.
I ate the ice cream. I don't know anything
about
it.
Yeah. I like Charlie chip cookie dough. I mean, that's my go-to there. But ICP did not dump VC tokens. That's actually incorrect. VC tokens were locked up for an entire week. Arkham Intelligence did some research and said that they were insiders dumping coins. You want to know who dumped the coins? It's all in the chain. You go look it up, idiots. Okay? Who dumped the coins? People that worked for Dfinity early on and got paid in coins when the price was at a super low amount. What are they going to do? Of course they're going to sell it. A lot of them didn't even work there anymore. They were selling. People that worked there, that freelancers, that maybe graphic designers or maybe chain analysis or maybe marketers, they got paid back in, what I think it started in 2014, 2015 maybe, around 2014, 2015, 2016, these Dfinity freelancers got paid a lot because you had to entice them to work there. You had to say, we'll pay you this much, but it might be worth more down the road. They're the ones that sold. You are an idiot if you believe that VC dumb narrative. You're just dumb. There's so much evidence out there about it. It also tells me that you don't know what you're talking about because we've been talking about that on this channel for 2 months. We've been talking about it on this channel for 2 months. So you come in and you say some stupid crap that doesn't make any sense, that is no semblance of reality because you read a New York Times article that is, by the way, Andrew Sorkin paid by Sam Bankman-Fried over and over and over again. Why do you think he threw him nonstop softballs? Andrew Sorkin, I'm told, is a terrible human being, absolutely lies in his articles, reached out to Argument Intelligence to try to find something to back up the narrative that he wanted to support about ICP. FTX intentionally tried to destroy it. So I don't understand why people cannot look at facts in front of them and you just keep regurgitating drivel from a year and a half ago. Stop. Use your freaking brain. Use your brain, please. God. That's why he says I need Xanax. I get real mad when people just say stupid crap that doesn't make any sense. How many times do we have to write this narrative? How many times? How many times? Here's how much money it takes to be considered middle class in 20 U.S. cities. The latest data from 2021 shows the share of the population in the middle class continues to hover around 50%, around where it has been since 2011. Prior to that, the share of middle-class Americans had been consistently shrinking since a peak of 61% in 1971. Oh, look, there we go. Sandy Springs, Georgia. Any other Georgia cities on the list? No. Let's see. I thought that was Sam Bankman-Fried for a second. Did you not?
It does.
I mean, from right there, do you think that's Sam or what? Oh, you can't. Hold on. Let me
yeah, right there.
Peekaboo. There's Sam. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Six Figs. He's an ICP guy. Guys, it's not about me pumping ICP. We barely even own any, okay? It's about righting a wrong. And if you think that my incentive to do what I do on this channel is money-based, you're wrong. It's hate-based. It's anger-based. It's against FTX and all the crap that they did to projects. That's why I defend them so relentlessly, because of what Sam did, because of what FTX did. When you understand the things that they did to projects, and it is still, and we are the only channel, we're the only channel out there that I know of that has done our best to show what they were doing to projects, not just what they were doing to individuals, because it went both ways. So there you go. Middle class shrinking. Gemini, Winklevoss, DCG, Silbert, spar over frozen funds on Genesis. I don't think we're going to talk about this tonight. I want to talk about it tonight, but some very interesting information when it comes to what's going on with Barry Silbert. I've been told he's got 2 large investments. I won't tell you what they're in. Maybe people can do some math here. That if DCG does get liquidated, will cover basically all the funds. So we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen an insolvency or a bankruptcy where all the funds can be covered yet. Right?
Right.
I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
So if Barry Silbert can, in fact, cover all these losses from some personal investments that he has, it's going to be really interesting to see how this would affect the market.
Yeah. Bottom line, though, he's got to come up with it by
Friday.
Yeah.
So what I've been told, okay, is that he is trying to he's trying to borrow against these large investments he has as collateral. He's trying to find someone that will take that as collateral for him to get all the money.
Because it's approximately like $1 billion, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think, yeah.
So
interesting.
All right. Gemini co-founder Cameron Winklevoss's digital currency group had Barry Silbert of bad faith stall tactics and commingling funds at his conglomerate. An appointed open letter posted on Twitter early Monday sought answers to why more than 900 million of his customers' funds are still inaccessible. Silbert took to Twitter with his own response defending DCG and saying that his company delivered its own proposal to Gemini on December 29th, but has failed to receive a response. How much is Gatorade paying you?
Not enough.
Not enough. Today's show is brought to you by GFit. Thank you. Tell him, Ben, 2023, we're motivated by hatred. Let's settle the score. I like that. Let's do it. Silbert took to Twitter with his own response, and he hadn't received a response. Winklevoss closed His letter with a plea for the two sides to commit to working together, solve this problem by January 8th.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what I've been told about the Winklevoss twins here in this move. The Winklevoss twins know that Barry Silbert can cover the Chapter 11. They know that. They know about these investments in these two large companies. One of them we talked about last week, and the other one, maybe a crypto project I've mentioned something about in the last several days. But when they know this, the reason they're making this public, like you got to understand, when people make stuff like this public, there's only one reason to do it: posture and pressure. Mm-hmm. They're trying to put pressure on him because the more people that are looking at him, the more interesting it's going to be. He's not going to be able to do these things behind closed doors. So,
and that's why I think, the fact that they're coming out publicly means whatever was sent on 12/29, broke down. It's not that they didn't respond. It just must be far from what they feel is an appropriate compromise or whatever.
David says, Ben, you would make a great WWE wrestler. I'm in. Call me in, Vince. What's the super chat? We'll go to the super chat from Albert Conti. He says, Ben, please be careful when you encourage the BitSquad to trade. Most will lose. Now is a great time to be thinking longer term. Absolutely. Trading is hard, but I do it very successfully, and I'm not even that great at it. It's about having a system. It's about doing it consistently. This is why I tell people I have a system, okay? So when I'm trading with 30x leverage, it's actually not that dangerous because I've got tight stops and I know where the stop should be. And when they get hit, I say, oh, I lost a trade. And when I hit one really big, it makes up for those losses, okay? I've got a system. It works. Y'all saw what I did on the channel last year. I've been very successful so far. It's got me, I'm excited again, right? The market is somewhat boring right now, and it's very choppy. If you can learn to trade in this environment, you'll crush it in a bull run trading, okay? You'll crush it. Don't ever run without a stop loss. That's the danger, okay? But there are plenty of places to copy trade. There are plenty of places to paper trade. There are plenty of places where you can learn how to do it before you take the training wheels off. And something we're going to be doing on, I think maybe Frank's channel, is we're going to be taking a regular guy who knows about crypto, but he's not a crypto guy, and we're going to walk him through how to trade, and we're going to see if he can be successful without us making the trades for him, okay? So yes, certainly just like anything. Guys, you should be careful investing in crypto. It's not just investing in it. Most people who invest in crypto lose. Most people. The people that are in here right now, y'all are made up a conglomerate of winners who've already won, and then people that believe in this for the long term, and so you're going to win most likely.
Well, and what I would say is most people lose in crypto in the short term, but over time, the longer you're in it, the more likely you are to make money, and I would say it's the same for trading. If you think you're going to make money immediately, you need to adjust your mindset and know it's a long-term commitment. It's going to take practice, and you'll get better as you go.
The Lucky D says, but Caroline of Alameda said she doesn't use stop losses. Who should I believe?
Yeah. Well, it's different when you're
different when you don't have a liquidation point.
Well, when you're dealing with millions and billions of dollars, and people are stop loss hunting and trying to. It's
well,
different.
No, that's not what that's about. That's about Alameda could not get liquidated on FTX.
No, I know.
That's the joke he's making.
I understand the joke, but she got raked over the coals for saying stop losses is bad risk management, which is true once you get to a certain size.
Yeah.
But none of us on this channel are anywhere close to that.
I don't think that's true either, though. Like, look at all the liquidations from Three Arrows Capital would have probably said that.
What's that?
Three Arrows Capital would have probably said that.
Yeah.
And they got liquidated. So I think that I would say no, I don't think that's true. Because they are using super low leverage. When you're using super low leverage, like 2 or 3x, it's really hard to get liquidated. I mean, the price has got to, you got to go in at near the top of a bull run and get out near the bottom or somewhere relatively thereabouts, which does happen. But low leverage, obviously, your stop losses can be moved much different places. But yeah, anyways, there we go. Don't do anything Caroline said. Okay. Except watch Harry Potter. My wife loves it. Okay. Michael Hodge says, is 30K enough to make $1 million next bull run? Sure. It depends on your strategy and how you make it happen. Depends. Do you get out of coins when they're profitable? Do you jump in when they're negative? Do you buy in the red, sell in the green? It's possible. It's hard. It's going to be hard to do, but it is possible. Okay. All right. Let's see. We already talked about this. Rubini, Lambast, Gemini, and DCG as Ponzi cesspools. It's hypocritical for me to wear this shirt. Should I take it off?
No.
Should I? I almost showed my nipple. I've been dangerous. Eyes up here, guys. Okay. I was going to do it.
I know you were.
You wanted me to do it.
No, I didn't.
Why?
I don't
Are you ashamed to stand next to me?
Well, I wouldn't even be standing next to you.
Well, you could come up. Hey, we could do like Chris Farley and Kurt
gosh.
Russell or Patrick Swayze. I mean,
I don't know.
you want to do that one day?
Sure.
I need to put some weight back on. In a recent tweet, economist Nouriel Rubini opined the crypto exchange Gemini and venture firm DCG are both Ponzi cesspools in light of heightened tensions between the two. Rubini described the dispute as crypto cat fights about crappy ass coins among shady characters. So there you go, yada, yada, yada. Through capital claims, DCG and FTX colluded to attack Terra Luna and STETH. This is true. I will tell you right now, this is true. We're still putting together evidence of all this, but since he said it first, I can go ahead and tell you we have information that backs us up. We're waiting for some more sources to come through with some more information we're looking for. But what you'll see here is, here's what I want you guys to understand, okay? DCG, okay? Who's the main guy behind DCG?
Silbert.
Silbert, right? Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's go to Crunchbase here. Let's go to Barry Silbert's. I mean, is he not like the prototypical crypto dork?
Mm-hmm.
He really is. Get another bad haircut. What an awful haircut. Like, can you at least, I don't think his haircut is that bad. Can you just comb your freaking hair, Barry? Can you just comb it? Just comb it one time. People will like you for it. Okay, number of portfolio companies, 12. Number of exits, 6. Primary organization, Digital Currency Group. Okay. Let's see here. DCG. Personal investments. Show more. Oh, I cannot show more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is funny. This is funny. There are 2 that you can't see without clicking. I believe one of them is Circle. But here's May 29th, 2021. Digital Currency Group. Venture round into Circle. $440 million. What day was that? May 29th?
Yep. 21.
Okay. 21. Oh, that's 2021. Okay. Not 2022. The point is, look at all the money that they've given to Circle. Another 25 million right here. Big get not allowed for U.S. citizens. I use it. So you hit a prompt and there you go. Is what it is. Remember this, guys. Can I just say this? The SEC protects investors from exchanges. It doesn't protect exchanges from investors. Remember that. That's something that we talked about a lot last year or the year before I should start saying in 2021. We haven't said that in a long time. That's what you need to understand. Okay. If you can put that 2 and 2 together, then it'll probably mean something to you. Barry Silbert and Circle heavily in DCG, heavily invested into Circle. Who is the company here? Who's the mysterious company that they're not saying was involved in this? Goldman Sachs and Circle. People are going to understand how large of a tail this is. And I will say, I now know exactly who leaked. I know for sure who leaked the balance sheet to CoinDesk. It's very surprising who it is. And it's maybe some people we've been talking about here over the last few minutes. Bankrupt firm Three Arrows Capital co-founder Su Zhu alleged Digital Currency Group and FTX conspired to attack Terra Luna and staked ETH in a January 3rd Twitter thread. The bankrupt hedge co-founder said DCG value is 0. He added the FTX creditors have a case of fraudulent conveyance on Alameda's capital returns to Genesis. Genesis creditors will push it into bankruptcy and take remaining DCG assets in coming days either way. They're likely demanding Barry pays back his cash outs the easy way instead of waiting for a DOJ criminal case with restitution punishments. I don't think it's going to go that far. I think that it's going to go where he's going to get liquidated on some of these large investments we just looked at that he had on Crunchbase. Here we go. The next 100x altcoin. Is it Bonk? Okay, so I'll say this. I did think about putting some money in here last night, and I didn't do it. But it's based on one thing and one thing only. Okay. I am not telling you to put money in this coin. I want everybody to understand that. I am not telling you to do that. I think Sam is behind this. I think SBF and Alameda are behind this coin. That's what I'll tell you. They have a history we're going to be looking at in the next few days in a video where we're going to be looking at Samo coin. It's another dog meme token on Solana. Okay. We're taking a hard look at that on one of our whiteboard videos, and we're going to be able to show the connections between Sam Bankman-Fried and that coin. It was used as a slush fund. Well, what's happening right now? They're tracking all his wallets, right? They're trying to figure out where in the world, is all this money coming from. Well, if someone from the team, from FTX or Alameda, is behind Bonk, now all of a sudden that gives them liquidity where they're able to just send the tokens into Sam's address, and now this is not tracked by the FBI or the government. These would be new addresses. So I would be very skeptical of this coin, but I do want to say this is where things are hard for me in crypto, because this is a garbage project, right? It's garbage. So is Shiba. Dogecoin, not quite as much garbage. It gets credit as being an OG in the space. But do I think this price is going to go up? It's already up. How many percent do we know?
I think it was like 60-ish.
It was. I think it was up 500% today in the last 24 hours. I think that's what some people were saying. It's up huge. Johnny said he hit 100% and got out.
Yeah, it's 50% on the day, but it pumped a ton last night. So
started when? Started on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. And how much has it gained since then? I guess, can I look at? I can't look at.
It's tough when it starts at 8 zeros deep.
Bonk. The daily. This is freaking insane. 2,600%. It was 4,700% at the peak. I would say be very careful with this. If you are going to throw some money in this, be extremely careful. However, I do think if there is connection between Sam and Solana and FTX in this project, they're saying it's like the anti-Solana. It's how they're going to get away from they're giving you all the talking points that Alameda would give you to make you think that someone good is behind this project. Look at Sushi. Most people are coming around to the fact, which I called very early, that I believe that SBF is Chef Nomi. I said that in 2020, okay? Bonk, it was started by some prominent members of some of the top DAOs on Solana. 50% was airdropped to the community.
Right. So who do you think are the top members of DAOs on Solana?
Yeah. Guys, let's think about it. So I got to be careful here because I don't want people to come back and saying I own $0 in this. $0. One of our employees, Johnny, he had some. And he told me about it this morning. It went up 100%. He got out. And he said then it went up another 500%.
Yeah. He got it on airdrop, though.
He got it on airdrop.
Yep.
So he didn't pay for it. Okay. Nope. So I just tend to think that there's a chance that this, but keep in mind, we're in a bear market here. So it's not going to run against the market forever. But there we go. Some media mentions of Bonk have flooded users' timelines.
It's all over Twitter.
Yeah, it's all obviously over Twitter for sure. However, among the many posts are also undisclosed promotions from known shill accounts. Despite that, as evidenced by Bonk's strong price performance, interest in the project is intensifying, so much so that Solana is leading NFT marketplace by volume. Magic Eden mentioned Bonk as a candidate for platform integration. That's a good clue right there. That's a good clue. There's some crossover probably between some Magic Eden people and some bad actors, I would say. According to the Bonk website, and similar to Dogecoin and other Inu tokens, the project is for the people, by the people. They're giving you all the talking points you want to hear. All the things you want to hear, they're giving you. That's a bad sign. It's a sign it's bad actors behind it. I'm not saying people are going to, certainly people will lose money with this eventually. Eventually, the shot clock on this will run out and people get crushed. Are we there yet? That's the question. Project went up 4,700%. Probably not a great one to buy. I would say consistently, that's not a good project to buy. However, this is somehow connected to FTX. This will continue to pump. Let's see. 50% of the 5 trillion token supply airdrop to wallets that participate in the top 40 Solana projects early open book traders, Solana artists, collectors, and devs. And I know that this chat is full of degens. I know that actually the number one chain that's used by people in our chat is Binance Smart Chain or BNB Chain, as they say. So I know we've got a lot of degens in here. Be careful. If you're going to pile into this, don't make it the majority of your portfolio. Don't make it over 5% of your portfolio. And understand you may lose it. You can make a lot of money on it. You might lose it completely. But there's a lot of weird connections here. $500 million flows into Solana's market cap as SOL jumps 15% a day. Now, I wonder about this. I wonder if you look at this chart here and you look at the difference between here and here. This is all profit taking. This is a huge amount. Okay. This is basically a 2.5x this is a 2.5x from the top of this candle. I don't know how much money was taken off the table there. I don't think it's a coincidence there was a bunch of profit taken on Bonk and then Solana pumps. Guys, the truth's right in front of your eyes here. There's virtually no way Alameda's not involved in this. The more I look into this, there's virtually no way they're not involved in this. Some player from FTX is involved in this. I would almost guarantee that. 500 million flows into Solana's market cap as it jumps 15% in a day. Just days after the market cap of Solana decreased by over $1 billion in 7 days leading up to December to its lowest level since February 2021, decentralized finance currency has risen back over the $11 mark. In addition, during this increase, it gains as much as 500 million, bringing its total value back to $4 billion. Interestingly, technical analysis on 2-hour gauges is primarily bullish after days of bearishness. So there you go. Solana pumping after people taking profits with Bonk. Oh my gosh. Sometimes like it's so obvious right in front of your face. Let's see here. Logan Paul to respond CryptoZoo scam allegations made by CoffeeZilla. Logan Paul and CoffeeZilla failed to reply to an invite to discuss CryptoZoo scam allegations. CoffeeZilla said no contact details were provided. Paul included a screen grab of a message sent to CoffeeZilla, aka Stephen Finson, inviting him onto the Impulsive YouTube channel to discuss the matter. However, according to Paul, Finson did not email him back to accept the invite. Let's see. I'll be releasing a response. It's coming out today, I guess. It's a Binance Smart Chain play on OpenSea. Finson said Paul did not pay developers, leading to a pause in development activity. Further, the lead developer, Eddie Ibanez, is alleged to have lied about his credentials, which include graduating from MIT, having worked for the CIA to catch criminals. Is this Leonardo DiCaprio? And helping the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl in his capacity as a data scientist, crunching fatigue and injury stats. That's a bold claim. You helped the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. Well, I tell you, I helped the Falcons lose, for sure, the Super Bowl because I was there. I was the bad luck. I was walking around the stadium waiting for the confetti.
Yeah.
You know, like
you're doing the victory lap. Yeah.
Yeah. No, man, I was on top of the world. I was on top of the freaking world, for sure. Man, that was still devastating to think about. A notice on the CryptoZoo website stated users should expect downtimes as upgrades are being worked on. Core infrastructure is being revamped. There you go. BUSD is worth BUSD worth 6.2 billion withdrawn from exchanges in 30 days. You can see a lot of people withdrawing. Binance-backed stablecoin market cap declined by 15%. There we go. I mean, that's not a great story. Oh, there it is. There it is. I need like a yawn, like something like a yawn filter. Where I yawn, it filters me to just not
Makes
yawn.
you like laughing or something.
Yeah. Sushi Swap head chef suggests cooking up new token model will tech survive in 20. Right on time, right? Let's see. Now, this is not Chef Nomi. Okay, Chef Nomi we think is SPF. On December 7th, Jared Gray, the CEO and head chef of Sushi Swap, suggested that DEX is burning through cash like there's no tomorrow. Current proposal passes a technical undertaking for the DEX. Yada, yada. Are people using sushi? That's a great question.
I don't know. Let's go look.
Yep. Check it out. XRP Ledger gets new amendment. XRP Army, throw the X up. 2023 is going to be your year that we're going to see the settlement, I believe. Here's what it should fix. This is the XRPL vote. The vote to apply the new amendment, XRPL Ledger, or XRP Ledger, reached consensus of 82.35%, with 27 out of 34 validators voting so far, according to XRP Scan. The vote will last another 2 weeks until January 17th, so take a look at what it should change or fix in XRPL.
Loosely, no. I mean,
Loosely
yes, some people are using it. It's the 21st ranked DEX. So there's 20 DEXs ranked higher than that on volume. So there you go.
Gary Gensler just called Caroline hot stuff.
Oh boy. Probably not the first time.
I'm not going to comment on Caroline's looks. I'm going to decline this offer. Previous major amendment to XRPL can be considered XLS 20, which introduced full functionality to create and use an NFT application in the system. That was a big one. Crypto Bro says, Amazon says my book will arrive on the 16th. Woohoo, that's super chat worthy. Love it. Appreciate the support, Crypto Bro. You guys don't forget to go to bitboycrypto.com/book, and you guys can get access to the book here. Buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Books A Million. Also, you can check out our tour here. Ticket to join the meetup is a digital receipt that you pre-ordered the book. And then here you go. If you buy 1, 5, 25, or 100, that tells you what you get. So one book, you get to the meetup, and everybody gets an NFT, I believe. 5 gets you access to the meetup and 1 free month of BitLab. 25 is a tour meetup and
a year of BitLab.
Access to tour meetup. Oh, yeah. And 1 year of BitLab. And then here you get 100. You get 100, you get access to our meetup, lunch with me and the team, and a tour of our studio. So there you go. That's fun. All right, last story of the day. Machine learning algorithm sets XRP price for January 31st, 2023. I think it's going to be 35 cents. That's what they say. 33.9 cents, 34 cents. I was pretty close. So there you go. Had a big dump the other day. What did it dump to? XRP. Oh, that's the market cap. Yeah, XRP USD. Yeah, I had a major dump yesterday, but it recovered. It went all the way down to 29, basically 30 cents, and bounced all the way back up to 33. Basically, what it's telling you is it's going to do the exact same thing it's been doing forever. So, all right, we got any questions? I'll run through these while you pull them up.
Okay.
U.S. lawmakers could consider stock trading ban next session of Congress. Elizabeth Warren pushing for that. TikTok might be too big to ban no matter what lawmakers say. That's not true. That's stupid. Arbitrum outperforms optimism in this key area. Can OP stay true to its name? I think that it will. I like Arbitrum too. BitHum executive cleared of 70 million fraud charges in South Korean court. And we are basically right at even on our trade. Not really. We're actually down 1.8% right now. So that's where we're at right now on this trade. All right. Questions?
I'm still waiting for them to come through. They should show
no
up. No
questions, guys.
Well, there's one.
Oh, there's Heavid Hex says my bullish on Pulse Chain. I don't know anything about Pulse Chain. I'll be really honest with you. I really don't. What was the last one? Pulse X?
I can't remember.
In other words, Pulse Chain. I don't know when it's going to come out. I would just say that a lot of people know we've not made a stance on Hex. We have been very neutral on it from the very beginning, which makes us neutral on Pulse X, which makes us neutral on Pulse Chain. Very pro on having a Pulse. I think having a Pulse is very important. I think you should live your life to the fullest. But obviously there's some investigations going on with that right now.
That's one thing we can say, generally speaking, if there is a case going on, like we saw with XRP, that doesn't usually bode well.
Yeah, I will tell you, I believe in my opinion, that the results of that case are going to probably determine what happens next with the next iteration of the coin.
Right. But even still, like that's what I'm saying with XRP. We think the result of that will be positive, but even still, while it's ongoing, it's definitely had a negative impact.
And I would say this about Richard. You guys know, like, personally, as a friend, I like Richard. He came and visited one day, went out to lunch, went to a concert. Like, I like Richard. But I would say this. I don't think Richard's going to end up getting in trouble for any of this because I don't think he's ever going to come back to America. I think he'll stay gone forever. I don't think he'll ever come back. I think the last time he came, probably the last foot. Now, look, the SEC does have arms long enough to reach into other countries. However, I believe I know where he is, and I have nothing to back this up other than I heard a rumor of this on Twitter. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I heard a rumor of this on Twitter, and it makes sense. I think where he is, based on my best he wouldn't tell me where he lives. He would not. I asked him. He would not give me a single, word about where he lived. He's just like, nah, man, sorry, I don't tell anybody. I was like, thought we were bros. He's like, I don't tell anybody. I was like, okay. So do not know. But if he is where I think that he is, based on a rumor and just putting some stuff together in my head, I don't think they'll ever be able to get him there. So that's just my personal thoughts on it. Just opinion only.
Crypto Stevo, will you guys do a video about which coins are at most risk of getting labeled as a security by? It is a hard one.
I mean, we can already go with the coins that they've already said.
Right. According to Gary,
without being proven. According to Gary, everything's a security.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Let's see. Where to get the hoodie? You can get on hitmerch.com.
Hitmerch.com.
Blockchain Basement is the other show that I do. You can come at 1:15. Yep.
All right, guys. That I do not believe he's in Wakanda. That's what I'll tell you. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. Around the Block channel, its own channel tonight at 5. I'm going to be on the show. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.